Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Conversations Along the Way podcast.
Wow, Serena, even when you were saying that, your voice went a bit sort of like funny. I'm thinking like maybe it's the cold weather, that we're talking about, but I think it might be your internet, but you went a bit funny. I must say the weather is the number one topic, I think, right now with everyone, even my colleagues at work, a lot of people again, ill again. Maybe it's the time of the year. What do you think?
The time of the year, not only that, there are things going around that probably shouldn't be going around.
That's what I heard. What sort of things is this? Are there?
I mean, some people had stomach issues, others colds and flus, and then they say they got different types of COVID.
Right. So your colleagues at work, are they down in their health? Are they unwell? Because quite a few of my colleagues are unwell right now.
A lot of absences.
Yes. And of course, for myself, and I'm asked to sort of like fill in the gap when there's absences. What about yourself?
Well, their absences, like at one time, I think this was before Christmas, they closed down the media center.
Okay, that bad.
And then everything went online. They did their studies remote learning. That's a good thing. So if ever anything happens, everything will just take up online.
And what is good about that, Serena, it's all set up because of COVID. Most companies have got that online sort of like set up already, just in case of things like that. So it's a good thing, as you said. So that is good. But what I'm finding out, I think this is a time of the year, December, January, even February, where lots of people are unwell. My colleagues are sort of like the numbers are dropping, and people like myself are called to take over, like teach a session or two. So I'm very conscious and of the fact that I'm always have to be on the standby for someone. But maybe
keep your homemade tonic and pickle and apple cider vinegar and colloidal silver and natural things. Why? Because the over-the-counter medicine that you get, I doubt is going to really do the job you need to do and deal with parasites. I was watching a video just earlier. I'm supposed to be sitting here doing my assignment, but instead I was watching a video. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about so many sicknesses, skin rashes, itches, allergies, sneezing, stomach cramps, and irritable bowel syndrome, and coughs, and all sorts of things. Much of it has been misdiagnosed.
What's their remedy or their solution to things like that?
Well, they have their expensive medicine, yeah. Whereas me, I just keep it simple. Get clove, wormwood, and green black walnut hulls.
Wow, I hadn't heard of that one. What is that one? Where's
clove? As
no, the last one you mentioned.
The black walnut hulls, they pick them when they're green.
Okay, so you can grow these things, can you?
If I don't think they grow in England.
Okay.
I don't know that you can grow cloves. I think they get them from abroad. I don't have that knowledge. I haven't researched it. And then wormwood and they get the green black walnut hulls because they pick the black walnut hulls when they're green.
You know what, Serena? That speaks to back to basics, isn't it? Natural.
Well, if you want to deal with the root cause, you're going to have to deal with the base. I mean, a lot of diabetes and those things, if you start dealing with the parasites and the infections, you find that the blood sugar comes down and people start feeling better.
It's interesting you mentioned about those root medicine, because I have a colleague at work who actually grows a lot of these plants, herbs, in her backyard.
That means she's probably got greenhouse, or she's doing it in the house as well.
She's doing it in the house as well. And she was saying to me, because we were talking about so many of our colleagues are sort of like getting sick, being unwell, and she's going, Natasha, I grow most of my herbs. I drink my herb teas every day throughout the day. And, I think that really does help. So it's interesting you were mentioning these different natural medicines, and it reminded me of our conversation. So it does work, I think. Even your tonic that you have. I mean,
yeah, it would work because of the herbal content. Because it's got roots and powders and leaves and seeds and things in it. So when you take it, you do feel the difference. It's not powerful like some of those medicines you can buy from the pharmacy, you know, and it'll send you running or have whatever immediate effect. It's something you take over time, and you find yourself having a feeling of well-being.
Definitely.
And that's the most important thing. And
Zarina, I just remember something that was very important. Going back to many of our colleagues are unwell because of the time of the year, the weather, etc.
And the infections going around.
Infections going around. One of the things that I know you've been doing on a regular basis is fasting. How good is that? I want to talk about fasting myself.
Yeah, I haven't done fasting for a good few weeks now.
That's good.
Not good. I should be doing it every month.
Okay.
The fact is, I haven't, because my whole concentration is on getting my courses complete.
You fast on a regular basis apart from the last 2 weeks. So why do you do it? What are the benefits of
what it does is, when you fast, your macrophages and your white blood cells go into overdrive. And when they go into overdrive, they eat all the bacteria. In other words, they haven't got food, they want something to eat. So if you're an invaded bacteria, you become their food.
Wow. Okay. That sounds interesting. Yeah. That is good. And the thing is,
then the blood sugar regulates and things start to clean up.
Yes. And the thing is, I do admire you, because I know I've spoken to you so many times, and you said to me that you do like 3 days fast sometimes.
Yeah, 3 days. 3 days. That it will really go into overdrive. And
that has been helping your health, I'm assuming.
It does.
Right.
It does.
Why I mention it, that's good, Zarina. Why I mention it, because my church, I'm a Christian, and my church, every January we have like a 21-day fast. In January. So I'm currently fasting, and I tend to do the fast where it's like I eat from 6 o'clock, you know, the usual fast. I mean, that's a usual one, a normal one, 6 in the evening, and I stop eating like midnight, and then eat 6 o'clock in the evening again. So I've been doing this now for 14 days. There's 1 more week to go. And I'm telling you, Zarina, I am finding that it's making me, it's clarifying things even more for me in my mind.
It makes your mind work better.
Oh my God, Zarina.
And you have a sense of well-being.
Yes. Before, when you're not fasting, especially on a regular basis, when it's on a regular, like maybe every 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is, some people say it's good to fast on those bases, as you do, as you said. I you know what, the benefits I'm receiving, where there's clarity and my body feels lighter, I'm able to focus more. There are so many benefits. I mean, you get so much. You can reflect better and hear the things that you need to hear. The ideas will come even more. And I'm finding, I think I'm going to actually make this a regular thing like yourself.
But I drink as well, because I take my supplements.
Yes, of course.
Some people do pure water fast. I would not try that.
No.
I make sure I take my supplements.
You drink your water.
Vitamins. You got water and vitamins.
Yes, I mean, I know that happens as well. But the thing is as well, what I'm appreciating with my fasting this year, this January, is that when I'm about to eat my dinner, my main meal at 6 o'clock in the evening, it tastes absolutely amazing. I don't know, it's like your taste buds are overstimulated because you haven't been eating throughout the day. I'm telling you, like, the food taste, I don't know if you've experienced that yourself, but I find my food tastes better. I'm actually tasting it, what should I say, vegetables better. Whatever I'm cooking, the whole taste, the flavor is heightened, and I'm really appreciating that. So I'm thinking, wow, this thing is good. I'm appreciating food better, because most of the time when I'm eating, I'm just eating to live. You gotta feed the body. But during the fasting, when I break my fast, it's like, whoa, I look forward to my meal. I sit down in a nice place,
instead of rushing.
I don't rush it. I'm taking my time. I'm savoring every spoonful. I'm thinking, why don't I do this every day? Why is just the fasting has got me into that mind frame and into action in this? So what do you think, Zarina?
Well, I mean, yeah, do fast on regular basis, because it really cleans up the bloodstream. Because our higher put our immune systems there to help us, and your immune system, the majority of it is in the stomach, for the obvious reason that we breathe and we eat and drink. foreign product into our system. So then the immune's there to attack anything that invades.
I like
and
that.
when we stop being able to do that because of toxins, pollutants, and negative thinking and basic fatigue, then that's when our problems start. So when you start healing the gut, really many people start eating yogurt and taking pro and prebiotics and things and forget to deal with the parasites. Please, everybody remember the parasites.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You need wormwood, clove, and green black walnut hulls. Black walnut hulls are picked while they're green, so they call it green black walnut hulls. You can get it from iHerb or anywhere offline, eBay, Amazon, wherever. And you can also take mimosa pudica or lajuati seeds.
Oh dear, that's some big words there, mouthful.
Mimosa pudica or lajuati seeds. Take mimosa pudica, very powerful.
So Serena, what made you so interested in these natural herbs and actually fasting on a regular basis? What influenced you?
Years ago, while I was in Sudan, something told me, I was sitting at the computer, something told me, research cure for diabetes. And I thought, that's a load of rubbish. Of course, the scammers will write cure for diabetes, and when you buy their product and take it, it does nothing. But I did it anyway. Then I started seeing this recipe of the onion, garlic, red peppers, apple cider vinegar, and stuff like that. And these people talking about they're supposed to have been dead 18 years ago or 18 months ago, and they're still sitting there typing. And then I went to another site and I saw similar stories, similar recipes. And I went, wait a minute. All these people can't, months, weeks and months go past. Yeah, but wait a minute, they can't all be saying the same thing. And they always come up with ginger, onion, garlic, red pepper, apple cider vinegar, which would be cayenne pepper in this case, apple cider vinegar. And then you go to other sites, they're talking about colloidal silver. Colloidal silver, what is that?
You know what, Serena? I mean, as I said, I take your tonic on a regular basis. As I said, I'm trying to get some new order coming through, and it really does work. So I'm very thankful that you actually decided to do your own research and decided to make my own medicine, herbal medicine, instead of buying over the counter and whatever it is.
And it's not doing the job, and they charge you a whole heap of money. And you find if you're not careful, it's actually dangerous.
It could be dangerous as well.
They're particularly dangerous.
But as well, Serena, I'm going back to the fasting idea or issue or action. The thing is, I decided that, I'm going to try and fast on a regular basis. Serious, because I know it sounds very maybe simple or silly that I should have known this before, but I don't know if it's this time around, Serena. I don't know what it is. But it's really convinced me that I have to do this on a regular basis, because the way I'm feeling right now.
Do it on a regular basis. You feel like you've achieved something. Your body feels like, it feels good.
It feels like take off like 10 years of me. I'm 10 years younger.
You feel energy. You feel
energetic, agile. The ideas are coming. New ideas, I should say. I mean, it's a new year.
Because your immune system is eating all of that die off. So I think your body is freed up to perform.
I agree with you in terms of the bacteria being eaten by off all the bad things. God is good bacteria, of course, as well as bad. The bad one is sort of like disappearing when you're fasting. So I really am going to invest in that, because I find that also I'm able to hear what someone is saying better, and able to discern.
Process the information.
Yes, better. The thing is, I know with most things in life, when you need to succeed in life or to get on in life, there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. For me, not eating food for a certain amount of hours, it's a sacrifice, and I think it's a good one. It's a good sacrifice. So I think that I shouldn't just make it a January thing. And also, my colleague who she grows these herbal plants like thyme, mint. She listed a lot when she was talking to me on the phone. I'm thinking even trying to just grow a few of those for myself, to motivate me, because you can have little pots around your house. You don't have to have a big garden and all of that, which I do know. And I thought, you know what, I've got to really be proactive because health is important. Very, very important. I have to say that. And it sort of reminded me of my grandmother. My grandmother was very healthy. She had diabetes type 2. But the thing is, she used to boil up all of these herbs. I'm telling you, Zarina, and used to give it to us, her grandkids. And we saw the benefits. She was so agile. I mean, that woman walked most of the places she went to. She was walking all the time. And she, even up until when she died, she was very, very fit, physically fit. And I think she died due to old age and not about in terms of she was, or diabetes or anything. So I'm thinking, you know what? That's a good lesson. That's a pioneer. It worked for her.
I found out talking to my mum that my mother's father used to go up a country and they cut down the trees, branches, leaves and roots and herbs and things. And they used to they'd dust off the dirt, but not wash them. And they'd boil the whole thing, strain it and drink it.
That's it.
Says, I didn't know that. And she goes, yes. I says, well, that explains why I do what I do, and it feels good to do because it's
in the family. It's in the family. It's in the genes. My grandmother used to do the same. She used to just pick all those things, whatever it is, boil it all up and strain it and drink it. And when we were around her, she would give us a cup to drink. It was like, oh, Granny, it's horrible. We didn't realize the benefits of it. But you know what? It's going back to basics.
Many people now, you were telling me some time ago, he went into an Ethiopian hairdresser's and he saw them with the apple cider vinegar with herbs and things in it, brewing in the solution. They're selling for something like £15 a bottle easily because people are sick and they want relief, and they're now reverting to natural means and they're getting benefits.
How I know about it, other colleagues were talking about, bring me some of your mint, bring me some of your thyme. I'm thinking, why are they asking her to bring all of it? And I said to her, what is it all about? She goes, I grow them and I have so much that I give away. So I'm thinking, I'm telling you, I watch her skin and her health. She has very good skin, good health. So I think it's something to invest in. So I think I'm going to be doing that. Yes, this year. And I remember as a child, Zarina, growing up, my best tea, we used to call it bush tea. It's herbal tea, basically. So I was saying to her that when I was young, my favorite tea out of all the teas, Tetley and all that, we didn't hear about it, but even tasting Tetley, Thai food tea and all of that, it is not as good as herbal tea. Bush tea, in inverted commas, I called it. So you've been doing that for how many years now, Zarina? Drinking your own tonic, your own medicine? Homemade.
It's gotten, but that must be well over 5 years now.
Right, and you're seeing the benefits of it.
Well, while I'm still here talking to you, I got very sick. I got when I came back to England, I got very sick, and then I went keto. I'm not totally keto now. I enjoy my crisps, but I do eat meat and veg.
Yeah, that is good. Well, that is good. So, I mean, as I said, I'm going to be proactive and start doing these things now. My oldest daughter is a nutritionist, so I'm going to connect with her and see how she can support me with this as well. So I think you need, it's good to have the right support always. If just like people like yourself to help and advise, and my oldest daughter. So I think, you know what, there's enough people out there. You only need one or two. One is enough. Two is even better. I'm going to really sort of like put this as part of my goal and my action for 2023. Health is important, especially when you are over the 50.
Oh yeah, because when people get sick, they wait until they get very sick, then they go to the doctors and the mainstream, and they find that they're getting worse. Whereas if you start taking natural things and change your diet. I mean, when I go on the diet, do you know I don't quote unquote sacrifice. I swap foods around. That's my mentality.
Give an example of that.
For example, because I know that I need to maintain a decent weight and not have too high glycemic index. So I just don't go, when I go shopping, I don't buy potatoes and things like that. Yes, I do eat crisps. I love my crisps. I allow myself that. But the fact is, I just have meat and veg.
How can you be intentional with this healthy eating, looking after your health? So what are your tips? Because I mean, you've been doing this now for a few years. You said the last 5 years. What keeps you focused? Is it you're thinking, right, my health is
To stay alive so that I'm not overweight and sickly, so I don't have problems like aches and pains, and you see people having all sorts of issues. Whereas when I take my natural things, I don't have those issues.
I think we got to be wiser. We got to wise up and decide, you know what, we're not going to be influenced and easily influenced. The thing is easy to just go and go to the doctor, say, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah, that's what people think.
You know.
And then when you go to the hospital, you end up dead or injured. And many people are getting injured.
My grandmother said the only time she's going to be in the hospital is when she's dead and she can't do anything about it. I'm telling you, she was
right.
She actually went in the hospital when she was dead, when she was out of her physical body. So she make sure what she said happened. And what it is, she was very proactive. She was intentional. She drank. I'm telling you, she made her own medicine on a daily, weekly basis, and you could see her skin was absolutely clean, smooth, healthy, and nothing that was unhealthy went through her mouth at a certain stage of her life. So I believe that I was just saying to some people or individuals who care to hear or listen to me is that I feel like I'm becoming my grandmother. I don't know if you actually experience where you, after a certain stage of your life, you find that you're like someone who was a family member. For me, it's my grandmother who was into all of these herbal and natural medicines. I feel like I've come to that stage where she was at, and I'm becoming more like her. And I think it's a good thing. I embrace that.
Well, that's a good thing, because you take the good and move forward with the good.
Yes,
and
I embrace
that. Makes us develop as a people. Because if many of us are very busy looking on how others are living, what they're doing, we need to concentrate on what we can do to improve our own lives.
Exactly. And if it worked for her, it should work for me. I saw it work for her. So I'm looking at what is working or what worked for other people. And I'm just going to use that, so I have to say it's not going to be a one-off, just January and fasting and just being healthy.
Oh no, if you do it every month or whenever you can, do it, please, because you feel that you've overcome an obstacle, and your body feels better and your mind feels clearer and you have a sense of well-being.
I think it's made me to rethink where I should be. The thing is, let's just be real. We have got a lot of things we plan to do. We're not finished yet. We're not 50, but we're not finished yet. We've got unfinished business. So if I want to complete these things that I dreamed of, I think it's going to happen. I need to be.
You need to help so you can move around and do stuff. For example, I did so many courses in the past few years.
Yeah.
If I was sickly, I could not do those courses. I'd be too busy running here, running through. No, you make your medicine at home.
Yeah.
Stop and fast when you can.
Yes.
And learn about the immune system and the body. I don't know everything about it, but I've learned enough to know that it heals.
That is it. And you have to read, you have to research and actually get the information. And the thing is, when you're helping yourself, you find that you can help other family members, friends, whoever. Your tonic is helping me because you took the time. Because you took the time out, Zarina, to research about your health and to make this tonic. It's also benefiting myself. I fasted a lot of January months, but it did not have that effect as it's having right now, this 2023. So I think it's a shifting taking place, definitely. And I'm happy about it. So when you're actually taking these herbal medicines, they don't taste, sometimes they don't taste as nice as people want it to taste. But the fact is, it does the job. Many people are put off by the taste. As a child, when my grandmother gave me a cup to drink, well, oh, Granny, it's horrible. But the fact is, I wasn't.
Yeah. What I do is, the easiest thing, the way to get over that, I put my tonic in my tea, or just mix it with water and drink it.
Excellent.
You can mix it with fruit juice.
There are ways of doing
it. Apple juice, anything like that.
There are ways of getting it done until you become so confident, like my grandmother, where you can drink it straight from the actual pot.
I wouldn't drink that straight from the bottle because I made that it's strong. It's got apple cider vinegar. So what you do is you dilute it down so as not to burn yourself.
It depends on what, I mean, the medicine my grandmother was making and drinking was different to yours. You know, she was just boiling different herbs and straining it and drinking it. But you're putting other things in it, you know, which I understand, yeah. But you know what? This is, to me, this has been a turnaround year, a year of transition, a year where I'm thinking my mindset is activated even more, where I'm thinking, you know what? Look after your health. And one of the ways of looking after health is your physical health is important as your spiritual, as your mental health. All three, you know, work together, not just one. You don't just sort of decide, you know what,
by the way, when you start taking natural herbs and you start using the toilet more regularly, that means bowel movements, as as it kills off the parasites and the bacteria, you will start having maybe memories or recurring emotion and unresolved issues that come up. That's the body's natural way, because once it's released, your mind then it has the energy to think of new ways. And if you remember the life force, a higher, old Arabic, a high, talk to the life force and you'll get new insight as to resolve those feelings.
Well, you just reminded me there, Zarina, sorry to interject, that during the fasting, I mean, you have to also be in the word. For me, I'm a Christian. I'm reading the Bible, reading scriptures. It really does help. Scriptures they come in my memory based on what I'm doing as well to help me in my fasting. So you reminded me, you just don't just fast. You have to seek God, which you're saying there. Say in the word, read the scriptures, and then you find that it edifies you. It reveals information that you've been seeking.
You start seeing and experiencing things.
My word.
You get insights.
That is, and
keep a notepad. Keep a notepad handy.
Oh, let me tell you, Serena, that is something our pastor said to us. And let me tell you something, it's been a lot of writing going on there, girl. I'm telling you. So there's lots of writing, lots of new ideas, solutions to problems that I've had that was, you couldn't find before. During this fasting, a lot of solutions are coming. And it's like, oh my word, where did that come from? It comes
or sometimes you can just search on the internet and you get all sorts of ideas.
Yes, but sometimes some ideas don't come from just you searching the internet. It comes through other ways. So I'm so happy that I'm doing it because I'm seeing a total change. And I think it's helping me now to deciding. I've made a decision. It's going to be a regular basis. I don't know how it's going to look like, or, but I think it's definitely going to be incorporated into my year and my life from now on. So it's great. Wow. So it's new year, 2023, new ideas, new actions, mindsets. Keeping those, I'm thinking goal setting as well. If you don't put actions, as you said, make notes when you're fasting, whatever, because solutions will come. You have to actually have actions behind whatever goal that you want in life, isn't it? You can't just have a goal and don't have action plan or how you're going to see it go through, what are you going to do to achieve it, etc., etc. I find myself writing down things even more during the fast because I'm setting goals and I'm putting plans into action. So is there anything that you've thought of doing this year that you've already started to see coming to fruition?
Well, the thing is, I did my TEFL level 5. Now I'm on the DETLs. I'm doing the level 2 cachet counseling, and I'll do the level 2 send with literacy. Yeah.
Okay.
So because those are timed courses. Any other stuff that I've collected over the time, I can leave it because they're lifetime access. But the timed ones,
then
I'll get that done. And then the level 5, the DETLs, which is
you started that.
I haven't. It started, but I haven't started doing it yet because I want to get those timed courses done and out of the way. Once they are, then I will have to rush on with that. Yeah.
Excellent. So already you can see yourself getting to the goals that you set for yourself, And of course, I mean, we set new goals, We don't just have one set of goals and we stick to it. Once those have been achieved, go on to new ones, ones that you want for your life. So
to get it done now before the prices skyrocket.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wow. So I have to say, Zarina, it's just having this conversation about what's happening in our lives right now and how we're going to move forward has been absolutely brilliant. As usual, Zarina, I always feel like a sense of relief, a sense of weight has been removed from my shoulders, from my life when I have these conversations with you. So we've come to the end of today's episode. So, and I'm feeling lighter. I feel more refreshed, happier, and the thing is, having conversations really does help, Serena. What do you think? With the right person?
Because you get ideas from the other person, you get emotional, psychological support, you realize that you're not the only one experiencing those things. Excellent. All sorts of things. You interact, you feel that you are a part of something bigger than just you one isolated. Excellent. By yourself, cut off and vulnerable. You're connected to people. Very important.
Connectivity is essential. With the right people as well. So Serena, it's the end of our episode today. So it's been brilliant. It's been great. So we'll speak again.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.